Ladies and gentlemen, friends, adversaries, and everyone still holding to sanity, welcome to today's lecture. Oh, it's going to be a gas. Today we're going to speak about winning. Not the polite kind of winning, no, not the type where you shake hands and pretend everyone's a good sport. I'm talking about true winning. The kind where you leave the other person scratching his head, wondering what the hell just occurred. Now, let's get something straight. Most people are locked in this little hamster cycle of arguing, debating, and attempting to outwit one another with fancy words. But here's the truth. And oh, it's a beautiful truth. Words? They're cheap. Actions, on the other hand, are priceless. And that takes us to today's golden rule. My dear audience, win through your actions, never through argument. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But you'd be shocked how many people get it incorrect. They waste their lives bickering, attempting to convince others that they're correct. Debates, clashes, courtrooms, social media outbursts, constant, hopeless efforts to establish their position. Fools! Arguing is like trying to attach Jell-O to a wall. Fun to watch, certainly, but absolutely worthless. Let me share a tiny secret. You see, debating assumes one fatal flaw, that the other person cares about logic, truth, or facts. But they don't. No one does truly. People care about what they see and not what they hear. They remember what you do, not what you say. Think about it. Have you ever changed someone's mind by debating with them? No, of course not. Because their thinking isn't the battleground. Their heart is, their instincts, their desires. And those, my friends, are reached by action. Let me share you a brief anecdote. Imagine a man, let's name him Jack. Jack seeks a promotion at work. His rival, a slick talker named Ted. Oh, Ted's a master at arguments. He disputes with the CEO about company plans, pitches ideas with fancy PowerPoint presentations, and regularly brags about his triumphs. Jack, on the other hand, doesn't argue. He doesn't boast. He merely acts. When there's an issue, Jack quietly solves it. When the squad is in disarray, Jack jumps in and restores order. No fanfare, no applause, just calm, efficient activity. And what happens? The boss sees results, not arguments. One day, without a single dispute, Jack wins the promotion. Ted, left with his fancy words and wounded pride. That's how you win. Silent, obvious victory. Oh, I can hear some of you now. But Joker, isn't it important to stand up for yourself? To defend your ideas? Defend? Defend? Defense is for the weak. Why defend when you can simply win? Let your actions do the talking. Let your success shut them up. Let them choke on their own words while you walk away with the prize. People live in stories. They're preoccupied with storytelling. They want to know who's the hero, who's the villain, and who's the victim. And if you're not careful, they'll trap you in their story. They'll paint you as the evil guy, the dumb, the loser. You can argue all you want, but it won't change their tale. Unless you rework it with your deeds. You don't appreciate being perceived as the underdog? Then stop debating about it. Start winning. Prove them wrong, and not with words, but with results. You don't enjoy being underestimated? Good. Use that underestimate to your advantage. Surprise them. While they're preoccupied underestimating you, you're free to make your moves, undetected, unnoticed, unstoppable. Oh, you thought I became the clown prince of crime by debating with Gotham's elite? No, no, no. I acted. I didn't sit down and fight with the city's so-called moral guards. I didn't try to convince them I was right. I simply showed them via chaos through unpredictability, through results. And here I am, a legend, not because of what I said, but because of what I did. Let me let you in on another little secret. Arguments aren't about logic. They're about ego. The minute you engage in a debate, you've already lost. Why? Because you've stepped into their trap. Their ego wants validation. They don't care about truth. They care about winning. And by arguing, you're giving them exactly what they want. Attention, energy, and the gratification of pulling you down to their level. But what happens when you refuse to argue? When you just smile, walk away, and let your actions speak for you? That's when the real magic happens. They fume, they rage, they spiral into frustration because they can't control you. You've taken their authority away, and they detest it. Oh, how they despise it. Now, let me tell you about another character, a great, ageless figure. A guy who grasped the art of silent victory better than anyone. His name? Batman. Oh yes, the Bat, my eternal dance companion. You see, Batsy never argues. He doesn't sit down with offenders and explain why they should change their ways. He doesn't waste time in disputes or moral lectures. He acts. Swift, silent, decisive. His actions speak louder than any voice ever could. And that's why he wins. He operates in the shadows, while others debate in the light. He doesn't need to justify himself because his activities prove his worth. And that, my friends, is why I respect him, even while I try to break him. In the end, it's simple. You are what you do. Not what you say. Not what you promise. Not what you argue. What you do. Your deeds define you. They tell the world who you are. They develop your reputation, your legacy, your power. Think of history's greatest figures. Did they transform the world through arguments? No, they transformed it via action. Alexander the Great didn't argue his way across continents. He conquered them. Leonardo da Vinci didn't discuss the nature of art. He created masterpieces. Albert Einstein didn't waste time arguing about the nature of the universe. He proved it via great work. You notice the pattern? Action, not words. So, my dear audience, here's my final bit of advice. Next time you're dragged into an argument, remember this. It's a trap, a distraction, a waste of your precious time and energy. Instead, step back, smile, and focus on what really matters. Winning through action. Let them dispute. Let them shout. Let them drown in their own noise. While they're busy fighting over words, you'll be busy expanding your empire, step by silent step, victory after silent victory. And one day, when they finally notice, when they realize you've won without ever uttering a word, oh, the look on their faces will be priceless. Absolutely priceless. They'll wonder how it happened, how you outmaneuvered them, how you beat them without even engaging. And you'll smile, a gentle, knowing smile, because you'll realize the reality that they never will. You don't win by arguing. You win by acting. So go ahead, my buddies. Go out there. Stop arguing. Start winning. And remember, the world belongs to those who act, not to those who talk. Now, if you'll pardon me, I've got some actions to attend to.